My parents bought the first store back in 1977. You know, we were all kids. My older brother was the baker in the store. We kept that one store for about 10 years. And that's, you know, back in the times where there wasn't a Dunkin' Donuts on every street corner. By the mid-'80s, Dunkin' Donuts was expanding and going into satellite gas stations, smaller units, and that's when the opportunity came upon us to expand. So in the early 80s, we started expanding, you know, got our second store, third store, and then they sort of came in bunches. When I think back of how the relationship began, and it was really my mom and Gary. My mom was always one who was very controlling of everything, you know, her business, her assets, everything. Was very reluctant to give up the control on any of her finances, bank accounts, didn't want to give out passwords, didn't want to really give anything. But Gary was building a trust with her, and she, you know, was really feeling the trust and feeling the commitment that Joyal Capital had. And then my mom got sick. And at that point, you know, we really had to work very hard to get more things in place. And she really had to give up all control. And she felt very confident that Joyal Capital was the right place to be. And it was just a really amazing experience for us as the second generation to really not have to worry. And I got that call from Gary that said, "We know what you're going through. You focus on spending time with your mother, we'll focus on everything else." And that's what we did. We really didn't, you know, other than signing papers and doing a few things, we felt that everything he was doing was in our best interest. By getting to know everybody that I deal with on a more personal level, the relationship kept building. I would always get somebody that could answer my question. And if they couldn't answer it, I got a call, and I don't even mean within the hour. It's, 30 minutes, I'm getting a call back from someone that could help me out. The organization is so supportive, more supportive than you could even imagine. Out of all of the different vendors that we use, they're probably the most supportive. When I talk about Joyal Capital Management, I'll always say, they're not only great guys and great to talk to and great to get information from, but they're experts at what they do. When I first heard about the wealth management system from Richard, I wasn't sure if it was going to be something I really needed. Why do we need to do this? This is a lot of work to set it all up. There's a lot of documentation that I'm going to need to find. And they kept assuring me that you just find it and give it to us and we'll handle the rest. And they were right. They were right. And I think that because we have that relationship with Joyal Capital Management, I always feel that if they're recommending something that strongly, it has to be in our best interests. The wealth management system not only gives me time to run my business, but time to enjoy my life socially. I'm not forever trying to hunt down documents and run around to get things done. It's all there for me. When we're out trying to purchase a store, it's always a huge commitment of time, a lot of work. So they take us from start to finish. So I'm able to say, here's the stores, here's their financial statements, I have a copy of the leases. Can you go through this, gather the information, tell us if the stores are worth buying, and if they are, how much should we pay for these stores? So they're able to start from step one to go right to the end, to the closing. And it's just amazing the knowledge that they have each step of the way. I would definitely recommend Joyal Capital Management to other business owners. With the passing of my mom, it was such an amazing experience, that even going forward from that point, for me to know, wow, somebody really understands not only our business, but our family dynamics.